Hey, what's going on, folks? We're jumping into another bill search video, just going through a mix of money, and for once, it seems like it's actually kind of in order. That's new. So, let's get started with the 2017 A series $1 note. They haven't updated ones in quite some time, 70, 80 years. Maybe that math's a little off. Since the 60s, early 60s. So there's not much to talk about there. They're also not on the docket for redesign, and I'll stop messing with these notes if they can sit still. But there's lots to look for. So nothing in the serial number on the front of that one. On the back, little bit of excess ink in between the N and the O there, but not enough to hold on to. Lots of 2s, a couple 1s, nothing repetitious enough. L for San Francisco. Holy, shifted. Little bit of a shift action in the seals. You usually can see this coincide with the serial numbers. This one's a little bit older too, 1999. 1999 had a very large amount of them printed, but there are ones that you'll want to keep an eye out for. This isn't necessarily one, of course, but to give example, so really star notes are one of the major things. Other things would be offset printing errors, and then major stuff like foldovers and, printed alignment shifts, inverted stuff. But those are, really rare errors to find. But star notes are really good to look for because from 1999 series $1 notes, really like the New York series, Atlanta series of star notes, those can garner really good money because there's just far less of them printed, even comparatively to other star note runs in other years. So those are really good to look for. And then, of course, just really high condition 1999 series $1 notes, since they are getting older. Those are great to hold on to. Some 3s, some 5s, nothing there. 2021. Go a little quicker through these so I'm not just boring you. Really good condition on this one though, but $1. 2, 3, 4. No mixed ladders. Somebody was folding this thing all weird. Like a teepee or something. Nothing jumping out though. I don't know why you would fold it up like that. Can't really see it in the camera, but it's all funky. And hard to tell on the back with the damage in the middle there if there was anything collectible. 2021 series, really nice heavy inking on the Portrait of Washington here despite the fold in the middle. If you're interested in other things about $1 notes, well in this case, or any banknote, check out my videos where I cover each denomination of banknote in heavy detail for each one of them. I also talk about errors you could look for on them. 2021 series also, so the newer series, San Francisco. This one's really nicely printed. So at least we're getting some decent condition ones in this bill search. Usually I get ones that are all jacked up. And nothing going on the back. 2017, this thing's been ran through the washing machine or something. It's hard to tell on the camera, but it's all thinned out, of course. It's been wet. And it's been folded up, so. Conditions 9/10 of the law, like with anything. So that's not going to help. And hard to tell on the back. 2021. Another kind of shift down into the left of the seals here. A little heavy ink on the old 9 there. Kind of cool. Usually I see when the digits are almost filled in, so like a excessive amount of ink or over ink, whatever you want to refer to it as. Those can get some value. Yeah, a little trinary note, but not totally undesirable in my opinion. I hate when they have the serial number has like 1 digit sneak in. I do, especially here. It's all 3s, all 1s, and then just one little pesky 7. If we would have had another 1 or 3, I would have held on to it for sure as a binary serial number, which lots of people collect those. Those are great serial numbers. I'll set this one aside like as a, hey, this is our little find so far. It is a trinary note, but it's damaged on the back with some free highlighter. And I just don't like it. I don't like the 7 getting in there. Again, if it would have been just 3s and really 3 in the middle. 1, all 3s, and then 2 1s would have been really cool. But I'll set it aside as a small find. 2021. Philadelphia. Nothing going on. No shift in this one. Nothing in the serial number. A little bit of a stuck digit on that 9 in the middle. Sits a little bit low. Not enough for me to hold on to, though. I'll put an article on my website, varietyerrors.com, and I'll kind of talk about or I'll show an infographic rather, that shows kind of how dramatic, now that I speak about it, another one where this would also be considered slightly off. There are versions, this one's a little better, but that are way, way off. You're talking 50, 60% up, where it's almost riding the top of this other digit to the left. Those can sell for really, really good money as a stuck digit kind of error. I think it's kind of like a quasi-error, where the little rotary dial gets jammed up and the digits sit high or low. Way better conditions. So getting back to the other end of the spectrum and 2021 series. A little bit of excess of ink. You can see it in the form of kind of shadow of Washington's coat. Some 2s. Nothing else jumping out. 2017A. Lots of star notes in 2017 and 2017A. Going on there. 2021, 59039. Nothing hopping out. A lot of those kind of stuck digits, though. So you can see they're really common. Again, that's why it's got to be pretty dramatic to really garner any value. Nothing going on. This one's real beat up. Hey, had a little bit more money than I thought. Hitting some 20s and 10s. Whoa. Nah, it's going to all go to grocery money anyway. I'm not going to get too excited, but at least I'll be eating, right? Some 8s, some 0s. If I would have had a little better repetition in the middle, I would have held on to it. Series 2004, so kind of cool to see an older, kind of early post-redesign $20 bill. Those are on the list for redesign. Somebody can jump in the comments if you know a little better on the years and dates they project of doing all them. I'll hit up another video that does cover that stuff later. But I'm looking forward to the 10s, at least the designs coming out, hopefully at the end of this year. 2s, 9s, nothing crazy. Nothing here. Yeah, it looks like remnants of just ballpoint pen or something there, so got excited for a second. Nothing on the front. Good condition 5, though. Not so much on the one behind it. And beat up. Ouch. 0278. Lots of zeros going on. Not enough repetition. Condition is totally gone. All of it's really jacked up. End of its life. What series is this? I glossed right past that. Series 2013, so a bit old. It's hitting its end of life, as they'd call it, for what they project a $5 bill would be in circulation for. A little bit of damage here in the middle. 2017, tons of those printed. Same deal. This one's really, it's been waterlogged. Something was spilled on it, so we'll just kind of skip on through. And this guy must have been in the same person's pocket or something. Mine. No, I didn't run through any rain, so I don't know what happened to this. Anyway, nothing in the serial number. This discoloration is going to be from water damage. Same thing. You can see how it bled through to the other side. But do keep an eye out around the kind of open areas and then all the little intricate detail. I saw some really cool ones with some blurring of the ink in the windows in the front here. And right where this, I guess, kind of light fixture, chandelier thing hangs down. And those were really neat. It was not my bill, but I'll try to find some pictures of them and share a video that covers that from one of the groups I'm in. But let me know in the comments, which you've been coming across for sure. Our little kinda fine, which I'm not going to hold on to, is a trinary note, so they can't all be winners. So nothing big in this bill search, but hopefully you found some good info as I went through stuff. Let me know what you're coming across in your bill, coin, and collectible searches in the comments. I will see you there, and I'll see you in the next video.